KnifeDope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. KnifeDope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Today I got you have been warned. Today I have a long video because I feel like fucking talking, goddammit. And I have a lot of shit to share with you guys. So buckle up and get ready. But first, if you do enjoy the content, I'd ask that you would share, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, goddammit. It does help the channel. It does trick that algorithm. And it does help your boy to go viral. Okay, enough of that. This video might be all over the place, but I got a general theme what I'm trying to do here. Okay, I you know, sitting here thinking about it, I carry multiple knives daily. I'm not too sure how many of y'all out there do the same, but I usually carry at minimum 2, but mostly 3. That's just the way I roll. Gotta have my dope on deck. Mostly because, you know, I have knives for different jobs, for, you know, different cutting tasks, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I gotta have one to fidget with while I drive. Keeps me sane. But that's just a little bit of a story about what goes on in my daily life. But with that type of theme, I wanted to give you guys 5 of my favorite carry options. And what I mean by that is I carry a main and then a backup. So just figured I'd share those with you guys. But before we got into that, I wanted to definitely touch on these. These are 2 knives sent to me from the queen of this EDC world, none other than IDOC. Be sure she just started a channel, finally, after much persuasion. I believe me and a bunch of other people have been telling her she needs to start doing some YouTube content. And I believe as of right now, she does shorts, but who knows? She may change that up. But regardless, be sure to give her a subscribe. Then I think it's IDOC. Forgive me for not remembering how it's spelled. I think it's A-I-D-Y or A-I-O-D-Y or something like that. IDOC. I'll put it in the description for sure. But make sure you follow her on Instagram also. Miss Idy, she's a big Vero mark. And when I had these unpleasant experiences with Vero, not the company itself, but the actual knives, she told me flat out, motherfucker, you're trying the wrong models. That's why. And she felt so strongly about it that she sent me 2 of her own from her personal collection to try to sway me. And these are going to be the Synapse Gen 2 mini and full size. And so I got them. Normally I do unboxings, you know, to give you guys my general reaction. But I wanted to experience it off camera first to kind of make sure I had nothing swaying me one way or the other. And I'm glad that I did, because I genuinely see what she's talking about. These are fantastic. This isn't the first time you've seen them, or maybe it is the first time you've seen them, but I highly doubt it. The Synapse has been out for quite a while. But first and foremost, let's drop the top on this bitch, get up close and personal, shall we? Hit them switches. Okay. This is the mini, and this is the full size. These are fantastic, man. Hands down, these are the best Vero knife that I've ever experienced. And I've experienced a couple of their models, about 3 or 4 overall. About 3 of them, I should say. And these are, now I see why these are so popular, you know. M390 blade steel. They have, like they normally do, they have that disappearing flipper tab. detent is dialed the fuck in. They fly out, come back to the house. The versions we have here in front of us, they're both the same. And that is the shredded carbon fiber inlay with these titanium bolsters, with the pocket clip that is right-hand tip-up carry. Vero knives, for the most part, well, they are right-hand biased. You can buy several of their models in left-hand configurations, but you know, their general, mostly what they produce is right-hand biased. And of course, me being a right-handed guy, I don't mind that, but you know, it would be nice for them to allow you to just change the clip as opposed to just having to buy a specially made left-handed knife. Anyways, I digress. These are great. So much so that I'm upset that I just missed the recent drop. There was a drop on Friday, and according to ID, they sold out in minutes. Now, the Queen has installed skiffs on these, and the action is where it needs to be. It's fantastic. Occasionally, I've noticed that I can slip off that flipper tab. I don't know if it's just me being a little eager to get to it, but I would have preferred them to just maybe, you know, go all the way around that flipper tab with the jimping. But that's just a, you know, I'm just nitpicking here. But these are great, people. And this would be a great carry option for your main and for your backup. But these didn't make the list because these are not mine. I just wanted to share them with you. Let's get to the list. Okay. Being that I have so many carry options, I couldn't make up my mind. So I've got a couple that I'm going to put in the honorable mention category. And then I'll have 5 sets that I'm going to put on the, I guess, the main list. So let's start coming in hot. First up is going to be the QSP Penguin series. So we got the Mini and my favorite of the whole bunch, the Penguin Plus. Great options here. We have on the Mini is 14C 28N blade steel with a black wash finish. Many different configurations to this. The one I have here in front of you is what they call a G10 carbon fiber mix on the scales. Knife is deployed via your thumb studs. Real snappy little detent. Perfect 5th pocket carry. I can't say enough about it. I know price point on this for this version was sitting right at about 50. And then my favorite of the Penguin series thus far is the Penguin Plus. Unreal action on this. I didn't do anything but lube my bearings. That's it. They did add the flipper tab to the Penguin Plus, so you have another deployment option, which I'm always down with. And of course, they have that notorious wire pocket clip, which is reversible, right or left hand tip up carry. And the pocket clip on the Mini is a folded over stainless steel pocket clip that is also reversible. So that's one of my honorable mention carries right there. Okay, next up. Spyderco, you should have known it. We got the Little Native, Wharncliffe, and the Manix 2. 2 wonderful knives, 2 of my favorite knives, and 2 that complement each other so well. With the Little Native, there are several versions you can get for locking mechanisms. This one that I have here is with the compression lock. And full disclosure, this Wharncliffe blade is my favorite of the bunch. S30V blade steel, super fidgety. You know, the detent on these things are always snappy. Lockup is locking up tighter than frog's ass. Perfect 5th pocket carry. This knife actually is so capable that you could even carry it as a main carry. And then of course we have the Manix 2, legendary status here. This actually was either 1 or number 2 on the first Spydercos that I ever purchased. This is what was responsible for, actually this was number 1, I believe. Am I wrong on that? I don't know, they were so close. I bought the a Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and then I bought these literally days apart. I think I received this one first, but I may have actually purchased the Tonto first. But anyways, S30V blade steel, utilizing Spyderco's ball bearing lock. Not sure why they don't put this lock feature on more of their knives. I think it's very popular, super strong, and super fidgety, man. Okay, I will admit that is a one of the things I consider, and I don't know if I necessarily use the word fidgety, but I would use the word as far as convenience and just general ease of disengaging is a big factor for me. And of course, you already know they got that forward finger choil, which does allow for that full purchase, no refund. Full purchase, no refund. That's right. So that's the number 2 option on the honorable mentions for combos, carry combos. Last up in the honorable mention is 2 more great knives of mine that I don't hear enough people talk about. Perhaps because they came out a couple of years ago, but it don't make a fuck. I love them. That is the Artisan Cutlery Arian series. We've got the small Arian, which was a White Mountain Knives exclusive. At least this version was. And then this one was a Blade HQ exclusive. Both of these knives come with S35VN, which is a great steel in my opinion. Granted, it is an older steel, but you know, to me, I don't mind it at all. Both of them come with a nice bead blasted finish on them. The mini Arian, or rather the small Arian, is full titanium. This was a fantastic price on this knife. I got this last year, and I want to say with the discount code, I checked out at about $90. These are both, actually, yeah, they both are frame locks, no liners, okay? Just straight frame locks. Both have nice milled titanium pocket clips that are not reversible, so we have right-hand bias going on here. This full-size Arian is just a beautiful knife, man. It really is. Especially this version with the Arctic Storm fat carbon show side scale. Normally, I'm not a fan of these mismatched scales, but this one is just, I love it. Would have definitely preferred an option to choke up some, but nonetheless, two fantastic knives that make a great combo. Okay, enough of the honorable mention. Let's get to the dope. But first, make sure you're checking out D&K Knives for all of your knife purchases. Whether you want good American knives or overseas knives, you can find them on D&K. We love you, Don Farmer. And once you find that knife and you go to checkout, be sure to use code KnifeDope for 10% off. And must I not forget, once you have that knife in hand, you got to mod it. Make it yours. Go ahead and check out Original Goat for some scales over there. And once you go to checkout, be sure to use code FUCKER for 15% off. Okay, shilling is done. Let's proceed. Trying to think if I got these in any type of order, but being that I really hadn't ordered them or set them in order, there's no 1, 2, 3, or 4. They're just in a random order. So first up is going to be a Michael Capco design, and this is actually a great knife that people should know about by this time because it's been out for a while. That is the Thresher. And then to combo with this, another Michael Capco design, which is the Wee Hyphen. Oh man, this hyphen, I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it. One of my favorite purchases this year. I know a lot of people complain that they wish it was bigger, but it's perfect. It's wonderful. Amazing action, 20 CV blade steel with a beautiful hollow grind. Got some harpoon vibes on that blade. Knife is deployed via the thumb studs. And we have a beautiful blue anodized stonewash finish on it. I love it. As a matter of fact, if you are interested in the hyphen right now, I do believe they dropped the price by about 40 bucks. When I bought it, it was about 240, and I think right now they have it for 200. And then for the main carry is this Thresher. S35VN blade steel, straight harpoon apparatus, beautiful satin finish with a nice high flat grind. Once again, that's you know, we have actually this is more of a blurple color on the scales, but also a nice stonewash finish. Pocket clips on both of these, unfortunately, right-hand bias. That's right-hand tip-up carry only. Action on both of them is amazing. No mods as far as bearings go. These are both stock bearings. And yeah, super pointy blade. I know some people don't like that, but I do. I like to poke a lot of shit, so works great for me. That's number 1 on these combo carries. Okay, next up. Should be no surprise, as y'all know that I'm a big Devo fan. So we have the Pony Stout, along with the OG, the original Stout. What can I say? Devo knows what the fuck they're doing. Shout out to Kev and Colin, 2 great guys in the community, and 2 guys making great knives. Now, I have waxed poetic about the full-size Stout. This was the first knife that I ever pre-ordered. It is a favorite knife of mine. It is a sentimental knife of mine. This will not be going anywhere. You never say never, but I have no intentions on letting this one go. That being said, they will be dropping version 2 at some point this year, so stay tuned to that. But we're looking at 20 CV blade steel, black wash finish, detent dialed the fuck in. Of course, we'll be expecting anything less from the Diva himself. Beautiful bolsters here. This is aftermarket scales. I put on these fat Purple Haze fat camel carbon scales that I bought from Devo. I went ahead and changed out that wire clip and put on that Lynch Northwest Side deep carry pocket clip. Once again, I did not alter anything as far as bearings goes. These are stock bearings. We have a nice 50-50 finger choil, allowing for that full purchase, no refund. So you already know that's going to be in the pocket for sure. And then to complement it, we've got a budget version to the Stout, which is the Pony Stout. So not only is it smaller than the OG Stout, but it's also quite a bit cheaper. But that being said, you know, they did give us different materials to facilitate that. We've got the beautiful stonewash blade in 14C28N. Knife is riding on K ceramic bearings, as is the original. The version I went with is the blue micarta. These were OEM by Kubi, and the original was OEM by QSP. D10 on the Stout, also dialed in, flies right out. Open back construction, with exception for that quarter length back spacer. Wire pocket clip on the Pony Stout is how it comes, and that's how I kept it. And that is the next combo carry. All right, let's dive into it some more. How about we throw some American knives up there? And how about none other or none better than the Spyderco PM2, and you can complement that with the Spyderco Para3. The PM2 is the Tonto configuration, which is very, very popular, highly sought after, hard to find for the most part. I mean, you can find them on the secondary here and there, but whenever people post these for sale, they sell out instantaneously. And then this one right here was the lightweight version of the Para3 that just dropped in S90V. One of my favorite steels for sure. Edge retention is, I think, even greater than Magna Cut. Both of these have that generous 50-50 finger choice, so you know you can get that good choke up. Both of them utilize Spyderco's compression lock. I went ahead and changed pocket clips on both of them, and I threw on that Lynch Northwest clip on that one, as well as this one. What can I say, people? You have your fidget factor for sure. Both of them are riding on washers. Both of them are so capable. And this is a great combo I can highly recommend to anybody. American made, Spyderco Para3 and PM2. Okay, 2 more combos. This next one is the Chavez Kickstop with thumb studs that have been added. And of course, following that up with my first Chavez I ever got, which is the Street. Man, oh man, can Chavez build a goddamn work knife. Both of these knives are heavy-duty knives, in my opinion, and you can tell in the construction. Once again, we have another knife. I didn't really realize this until doing this video, but I have a couple of knives that have this mismatched scales, which I'm usually not a fan of. But the ones that I do have, they look good. So, like I mentioned, I did have these thumb studs put in here, but unfortunately, the person who put them in didn't do his measurements correctly. And when I received it, the thumb studs, this is the original thumb studs he put in. These are tie connector thumb studs. And the knife wasn't closing because on this side, it was hitting that scale, hitting the lock bar, and it wouldn't allow the knife to seat properly. Therefore, the knife would flop out, and the detent was almost minimal, almost not there. It would rattle, the kickstop would rattle in the closed position. So what I did was I went ahead and changed out this thumb stud to this is actually a thumb stud that came from Chavez directly. It's smaller in diameter, so I am literally right up against that lock bar, but it's not hitting it, it's not touching it. So for right now, that's how I'm having to do this. But this is fantastic. We've got M390 blade steel, beautiful drop point configuration, compound grind, and then to complement that is this fantastic Street. Same blade steel, M390, same compound grind we got going on. 2 ginormous slabs of titanium, 0 milling going on. The infamous skull pocket clip. We've got that titanium backspacer. This one has been modded, lightly that is. I went ahead and I put taco bearings on this, and it is goddamn buttery smooth. Fantastic action. 2 great work knives that complement each other. We're looking at the Chavez Kickstop 229, and then the Chavez Rendición Street. Okay, fuckers. The last combo. This one might be one of my favorite combos because I carry it quite a bit. That is the Native 5 in S90V fluted carbon, and one of the many little natives in the collection. This one was the first one. This is the S30V blade steel configuration with the RGT titanium scales. These are fantastic everyday carry knives, and most importantly, American made. Both of them have this fantastic finger choil. The little Native is utilizing Spyderco's compression lock once again. It also comes with the wire clip. These scales, granted, they're not milled. They do add a little bit of weight, but when you add weight to a smaller knife, in my experience, it's not the same as when you add it to a full-size knife. It actually makes it feel a little bit more premium, and I don't mind it as much on the smaller knives. Here on the Native 5, we have a different locking mechanism, which is Spyderco's lockback. Super strong lockup, one of the strongest, I believe, out there. And you can still get that one-hand operation, which is very important. This version has these contoured fluted carbon fiber scales. Went ahead and threw on that Lynch Northwest Side deep carry pocket clip. Both of these are riding on washers, and both of these knives are so capable. Hands down, probably my favorite combo here would be this one. Well, that's about it, people. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of content, you know? Doing it for the culture. What do you guys think of my combos? Do you have any of these combos in your collection? Do you have some combos you want to share with me? Tell me all about it. I love to interact with you fuckers. I swear I do. Do you not agree with some of my combos? Tell me all about it. Tell me about everything. Tell me about your problems. Maybe I can help. Love you, mean it. Until the next time, cut something, cut someone, just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers!